Hey everyone, it's Sabrina.
And I'm Staci.
And we are
Homeschooled by Two Chicks.
This podcast is brought to you by Vitali Inspection Services.
In our podcast, we are going to be educating and entertaining our listeners with topics such as
local businesses, real estate agents. We'll be discussing topics such as charities and the charity that was founded by Carlo Vitali, as well as talking to our inspectors and the gadgets that they use.
Did you hear that? It's Inspector Vitali and his crew. It must be time for another home inspection. I'm sure they'll check your chimney too. Look at oil tanks and radon levels. Gotta check sewer lines are clear. Termites and pesky bugs, beware. Inspector Vitali and his crew will be there.
Hey everyone, so we are here today with John and Lindsey Swartz. They are fabulous real estate agents in the South Jersey area. Where are you guys located?
Our office is in Williamstown. We cover Gloucester, Camden counties mostly. But we also do Burlington, Atlantic, Cape May, Cumberland, Salem. So pretty much do the whole bottom half of the state.
That's a big territory to cover.
Yeah, we
You're
cover
pretty much
some
from
ground.
like Trenton down.
But we still go above that if we need to. You know, it depends on the client's needs.
And you have your own real estate team down there?
Yeah, we're called Premier Property Group. There is six of us. Six of
That's
us.
great.
I had
That's
to make a
awesome.
reservation. I had to make a reservation last night. That's all.
Yeah.
You have a growing team down there too?
Yeah, we're trying to build. We're trying to we kind of reinvent ourselves a little bit. We're trying to build through relationships and add team members, help them grow, and just expand through, just helping them learn and teach them some of the stuff. We're just going to try to funnel our business and leads to them and help teach them teach them the business and use our experience and stuff to help them grow.
That's great. So since you're growing and you've obviously created your own team, let's backtrack. How did you start with the industry and get involved in real estate? And how did you get involved together?
I started back in 2002, and the market was kind of like it is now. And then back then, I did grow a team then to two or three. There was, I think, four of us plus myself at one time. And when it was a retail business, when it was cranking out, if you remember 2004, 5, 6, it was pretty heavy. So we did the similar to what we're doing now, but not as organized and planned out. I would say last time was just so much business we had to give the team members because they couldn't handle it.
Right.
And then I bought an office. I bought my old office out that I worked for at the time, and then 2000, and we went from about 15 agents to like 100. And within a couple months, I just kept recruiting people. And that's when I met Lindsey, when she started to come work with us because I needed help badly.
I work at a newspaper. I had nothing to do with real estate whatsoever. I have a degree in public relations.
You're like, let me just wing it and see if this works.
I was his advertising rep. That's how we met.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I started to not like my job and was about to move to Massachusetts, and he.
I started spending some time. We spent a lot of time talking to each other on the phone through doing my advertising.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to advertise with that paper for about 3 or 4 years, and they couldn't sell me at all. It was weird. I would call up trying to buy the ads, and I bought ads everywhere else. And I would look at the paper. I'd be like, I know this agent. Why are they advertising in there? Why are they in there and not where I'm like they must be doing well with it. I call and I'm like, they would just give me a price. It'd be like if you called to list your house and it was $300,000, I said, all right, well, we're $18,000 and we'll sell your house for you. You'd be like, yeah, what are you gonna do for me? Well, it's $18,000. That's it. That's kind of what I was getting when I was calling. And then like, wow, this is what we do. This is how we do it. This is why we're gonna do better for you. This is why it makes sense for business. I got none of that. As soon as I started talking to her, I would ask one question. She would give me 15 answers. I'm like, all right, well, that makes sense. I would do that. Like, I would definitely do that. I would have done it 3 years ago. And then she came to the office and we met, and she kind of inspired. She was so together, and she was, organized, like so. And I was not. I would be out.
I would need his ad due at a certain time, and I'd call for it, and he'd be out to lunch.
At the time for it was like a week before, and she would text like or call like.
I'm like, just give me the address. I will do it myself.
Yeah, she would actually
That's awesome.
She had a friend that had a real estate license.
You needed her.
Yeah. She was proactive. It was exactly what I needed. And I'm like, wow, if I could get an assistant like that, that would be awesome. The most time I would get an assistant, and I'd spend so much time training them, it would call. I mean, it was just easier for me to do it myself than it was just, to teach them, because I was, wearing a lot of hats, trying to sell houses, run a company, and all the stuff that goes with that, recruit, and all that stuff, and then. I was like, when you were out to lunch, I think my coffee's due in like 5 minutes. In fairness to me, she did call me at lunchtime. Because it was due 2 hours prior. I gave him a lot of room. You knew I was out to lunch, so whatever happened after that, that's on you.
You guys are funny.
Then into 2008, when they went crazy, I was carrying all these agents, and I couldn't, we couldn't do it, because there was agents we had that were in the business for 10 years, successful, and we had no reason to believe that it was going to be as bad as it was. It never happened in history before, so we were covering the expenses, trying to keep everybody. Because this agent that used to do $3-4 million a year in production now is doing zero. We didn't think of that forever. Wow. So actually, month after month after month, we hung in there for a year and a half. Pretty much lost everything. I had to totally restart.
Let's backtrack. He put an ad in for an assistant, and I applied for it. Yeah. And then I interviewed for it. And the ad was based on me, and it took him 2 to 3 weeks to hire me. And I was very, very upset.
You're like, I know I have the job already. Why'd you even put the ad out?
I liked her too much, and I was just afraid. I was like, I like this because, I like her too much, and it's, am I making a good business decision? Because I didn't want to make her leave her job and all that stuff. And assistants never worked out before. I told you guys that.
Yeah.
Down so, and I was like, I don't want to do this girl because I like her. And if I turn her world upside down, I'm like, it's not working out.
I said, I'm quitting my job anyway. So if you have to let me go even after 2 weeks, I'm moving. It's fine.
Yeah, I told her. It worked out. I was I think I was scared myself. I knew I know me. So, and then
I came to work for you in April 2007.
Yeah, then we said so then after that we switched. And
the market crashed.
The market just went nuts. We held on too long. We ended up merging with another office that had their own title company.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Found them to be a little more profitable, so it was kind of like a win-win for both of us. And then I went back to just producing, which I like to do. She was nervous at the time. She's like, listen, if I'm not trying to run this place and keep it, I just go back to producing. I know I'll kill it.
It was like running a daycare. It was because the market was slow. So it's like their phones don't work.
Everybody's upset.
Is it plugged in? I actually had that problem when my phone's not working. I go downstairs. You see this plug? Plug it into the wall. We're doing that. We're resetting routers and phones and stuff like that. She's doing that stuff. I'm trying to sell, and I'm basically using my commission that I was making up my own sales and putting in a company to keep getting people paid and stuff. It was brutal. But then I went back to just doing production, and I started doing bank-owned properties, and that was working out really well. And it was just me at the time and Lindsay. So I was kind of shell-shocked with having agents, so I didn't want to grow a team at the time. After having 100 and then all those problems, I was like, it's just gonna be us. Keep it small, keep it tight. Yeah. But then we grew, and it's like it's not really the best mindset long term, because you can only do so much, yourselves. And there's if you can actually share your experience and knowledge and with other people, and then they can go out and do their own business, and you help them grow, and they'll have people they bring on and they'll grow organically. That's where we can really grow and do what we really want to do, which is just expand it to multiple states and eventually move down south.
That's great.
Yeah, that's great.
You've obviously expanded some, into that whole area down there. So now you have been working together since 2007, you said, right, Lindsay?
Yes. Yep.
It's a good amount of time.
Yeah.
And you have about 6 people on your team. And
Yeah, that
you-
includes me and John.
including
So
you
we
guys,
have like,
okay,
we have four buyers agents.
that's great. And you are also in the midst of, I believe you had said, starting a podcast together. Is that true?
Yes.
Yep.
And what are
Yeah.
you going to call it?
Obstacles or opportunities.
Nice.
Basically, it's like how, like mindset, when something, looks like, just something that worked for me, obviously, when you get, just switching your mindset when something, on the surface looks bad. Usually there's always some gold in there somewhere, something. There's always up. So like, again, the market crashed 2008. I started selling bank-owned properties. I was #1 selling Remax agent in New Jersey within 2 years. And when it was dead slow and everybody's complaining, we looked at it as an opportunity.
Yes, exactly.
Take the positive out of the negative, right?
Yep, exactly. And so I started selling bank properties. I would look at the contract. I would come over, I would have the info for the bank contact, all that stuff there. So I would just start calling, trying to set up and points and get listings that way through banks. So again, everything's an opportunity. I'd have a agent would send me something, and if the deal would fall apart, but I got the name and the contact of a asset manager on there in the bank.
Right.
Work on cultivate that relationship, get the sale, resell that property, and
And I was
Try to get an account.
I was a million months pregnant,
Yeah,
running around doing all these darn
BPO inspections.
BPO inspections, and I'm like a million months pregnant at the time. I'm like, "Oh, we gotta do what we gotta do."
So that's kind of neat. You're going to be using your experience from taking all the obstacles that were presented to you and, over the years and using it to your advantage to educate people and help to change their mindset. Is that basically how you're presenting the podcast?
You can't find, when you're negative, you can't, when you're upset about something that bothers you, can't find the opportunity there. You just can't find it. It's like, if you can't find your car keys, you keep saying to yourself, you can't find them. Then all of a sudden, when you forget for 2 seconds, you go back and sit right there on the counter. You walk past them 100 times.
Happened to me this week.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a checkbook.
I told you, relax, something else, leave out something else. Yeah, so I don't know what the opportunity is in the fact earlier when I couldn't get my connection on the computer working right for us. Probably something in there. There's probably something in there.
I just went to the kitchen and got the laptop. There you go.
Are you guys going to focus on doing, talking about specific topics on each podcast? Are you going to have certain kinds of guests on, or like, how are you going to work it?
Yeah, we're gonna interview entrepreneurs and stuff, right, and some real estate people from all over the country, because there's parts of this country that have no MLS. Guys,
I know.
Yes,
it's
New
so
York.
different.
Yeah.
There's places like in the middle of the country. There's places where their service area is 100 miles.
Yes.
And there's other places in this country they don't do co-broker, they don't do a lot of stuff we do. They do inspections different, things like that.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, we
just to
definitely know
share,
that.
share experiences with other people and things like that. And hopefully, like you said, they get we can use our experience to help other people learn and expand their
And
business.
I think we discussed each month we're going to do a segment, and where I will be on, and we're going to interview other husband and wife teams that
Oh, that's great.
that work together in different industries. Like
Any industry, right?
So we have friends that they run a hotel together. We have friends that run a karate school together. So just to see how it works for them, because we get asked all the time, like at least my friends ask me all the time, how do you guys work together all the time? And it's just what we do. It's how we started.
Yeah, we're kind of like very much in sync. So as I'm sitting there trying to fix this, she's rebooting the router. Next thing the laptop's up, it's open. I'm still trying to get on. All right.
There they are.
Yeah, so
Work
it
makes the dream work.
Exactly.
it's an amazing asset.
That's great. That sounds like it's going to be really fun. Do you have any idea when you're going to start airing those episodes?
Yeah, I have somebody that's producing it for me, so it's going to be like really nice. It's going to be good quality and everything. So once we put 5 episodes together, we're going to do that. We're going away 2 weeks, so it's probably start after that. I'm going to put a couple together, so put together the list and get started.
That's great. Well,
That's
definitely
awesome.
keep us posted on obstacles and opportunities, right?
Yep.
Podcast with John and Lindsey Swartz.
Yeah.
That'll be really fun.
That'll be awesome.
And maybe we'll get to be on yours since you're
Yeah.
on ours.
Absolutely.
100%.
I know we're not a husband and wife team, but we can make Staci or me look like a guy. You know, why not?
Work life.
Yeah.
So are you guys gonna be down for triple play this year?
I'm not sure. Like we talked, we're kind of like back and forth. We'll probably go down for one night anyway, just to go and hang out and stuff. I heard inside it's not going to be as big. I don't know. I think it's somebody was telling me that they're having a hard time getting, because it kind of like last minute. It was like they weren't doing it, then they were doing it and stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We're waiting. We decided. They said we weren't a couple weeks ago, and then now it's kind of. And you guys talked about. You guys said you were going down or
Mhm.
something, and
Yeah,
a
we
couple
have
of
a,
other friends. Paul, one of my lenders I deal with for investors. He's coming down for a night or two. I said, well, we'll just grab dinner or something down there and go. You know, we're close. We're only 35
Yeah, we
minutes
can
away.
go down and just come home, so.
definitely come
You
see
should,
us.
yeah. Let us know if you're coming.
Yeah, and we
And,
have yeah, we can get rooms in it pretty easy too. So we might just go. It will. If I know us, we'll be like, let me check it out. Next, we'll be down there 2 nights, full blown. We'll be out doing it.
We do have a birthday party.
Oh,
In the
that's
midst of all that, that is.
So we'll probably turn into a 3-day thing.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
down
I'm sure
there.
it'll be a lot of fun. And I know we're going to be coming down to visit your office, and Carlo is going to come down and visit you guys soon. So that'll be a good connection, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys as soon as we can.
Yeah, and best of luck with your new
Yeah.
team and your podcast. And
Thank
keep us informed on everything you guys are doing.
Thanks so
Cool
much for
stuff.
your time today. We know you guys are busy, so we really appreciate you joining us on
Thank
you.
Homeschooled by
Thanks for
Two
having
Chicks.
Thanks for having us.
And we'll talk to you soon.